Hello everyone, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Today we are flying the fly-by-wire simulations A320, the A32nx. If you guys don't know this mod, I highly suggest you check it out. It turns the default A320 into more of a realistic airliner, a lot more functionality in it. It is its own standalone plane within your library of aircraft, but it's basically based off the default one with a lot of improvements made to it. I've made videos of this previously. It's a lot of fun to fly. It's a pretty good learning curve if you don't know Airbus. I flew mostly Zibo mod 737 and X-plane previously, so huge learning curve, but a ton of fun to fly, and the people over at FlyByWire are continuously updating this thing, so I highly suggest you guys check it out. So today we are going to take a flight from OKC, Oklahoma City, up to Detroit, so buckle in and let's get flying. Alright, so in process of getting this bird fired up, getting all the electrical systems turned on, got the gate connected, passengers getting loaded in, gonna get the flight plan loaded here. This plane, if you have SimBrief, it integrates with SimBrief, which makes everything really nice. You create your plan on SimBrief and you can import it into the plane's EFB and the MCDU just by the in-game menus here. So we'll get everything loaded up and get ready to taxi. Looks like the ground crew's finishing up all of their task here, so we'll get the APU fired up and get ready to push back. APU is coming online, so we'll go ahead and get the jetway disconnected. Jetway is clear. Let's get our buddy in the pushback tug to hook up and push us back. Two good starts. Let's get ready to taxi. And we're going to taxi on over to runway 17 left for our departure. All right. Alright, just check the approach. Make sure no one's coming in on final here on either end of the runway. And let's get this bird lined up on the runway. Alright, we're lined up here. I'm going to advance the throttles to 50%, or roughly about 50%. Get them stabilized. Forgot to turn the packs off. Oops. This is how I do it. Probably not how you're supposed to do it, but it's what works for me. So, there we go, right into flex, and let's take off. And rotate. We're gonna nose up to 15 degrees, right rudder there. A little bit of wind. There we go. Stable. 15 degrees. Gear up. As our speed increases, we'll gradually get our flaps in. Activate our autopilot. And our main PFD here right in front of us, it'll tell us to drop the throttles to climb, or CLB, on the quadrant. We are at our cruise altitude of 35,000 feet, so sit back and relax, and we'll move the camera around and get some nice beauty shots here of this beautiful bird and the beautiful scenery. Got the seatbelt signs turned on as we make our descent down to Detroit. Looks like we got a cloud layer we're flying through, but weather's no factor. Everything should be relatively smooth for our approach. We are currently on final, established on localizer, waiting for that glide slope to come down. We'll drop our final notch of flaps, and it looks like there they go. Some full flaps coming down, get on approach speed, and go for our landing. Alright, coming up to short final here. I debated whether to use the Cat 3 single or do the Cat 3 dual auto land, but I figured this time I'd land it myself. This plane is capable of auto landing. The only thing you gotta do is idle the throttles and activate the reversers once you touch down, and the autopilot will keep you lined up pretty good, depending on runway. I've had instances where it tried to veer off, but this one we're gonna wait about 500 feet. That's what I do, and then disconnect autopilot and manually land her.
500.
So there's autopilot off. Let's try to keep her lined up on the localizer and on the glide slope as best as possible. I'm not a real life pilot, above. So it's just what I do for fun.
100 above.
So let's see what we can do here.
300. Minimum.
Continuing, stable approach.
300. Minimum. 300. Minimum. 200. 200.
Here's the marker. A little low.
100.
A little windy. 50. Not too bad.
40. 30.
Throttles.
20.
Flare.
10. 5.
Smooth as butter. Reversers out. Fly that nose down. 70 knots. Clear them. And now to find a place to park. So, not a bad touchdown. And it looks like I found a place to park here next to a company JetBlue A320. So we'll get her parked up and get these passengers and luggage unloaded. Alright, ground crew's getting the plane ready for its next leg, and passengers are being unloaded. So that's going to conclude this video. I want to thank you guys for watching, checking the channel out, and hope you have a wonderful day.